morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you're listening to us from, and welcome to the Roar of the Lions UK podcast, sponsored by Technical Issues, the problems you really don't need arriving at exactly the right time when you don't want them to. This is the podcast where six random guys from around the British Isles come together and talk anything and everything Detroit Lions. Today, you're joining us on live stream. We're doing another rookie review. This is our second to last one, actually. This feels like it's gone incredibly quickly. It feels like 2 minutes since we sat down planning these out, and we're already to our second to last guy. So, without further ado, we're gonna go into this one. So we'll be looking at round two pick Levi Onwuzurike, and I did the stream on Alan McNeil earlier, which only means that Matt Turner is going to lead the review on this one. So I shall pass over to you, Matt.
Thank you very much. Yes, just to start off by saying, if you're live with us right now, if you watch on the replay, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, the bell. It all makes a massive difference to us. If you're there, please do that. It'd mean a lot. Right, so we're breaking down Levi Onwuzurike, and I must admit, I thought it was said differently. I said it initially that way. Someone angrily corrected me. And then I've been corrected back to the original, because that is what Levi says it should be. So, Onwuzurike, nice and easy, exactly how it looks. Plays for Washington, and he's had an interesting career, actually. He opted out of the 2020 season in his senior year, but in his 3 years he played at Washington, he had 34 games with 95 total tackles, 47 solo, 48 assisted. 16 of those were tackles for a loss with 7 sacks. No other vital information he has there. He did do 1 punt return in his final year for 12 yards, but that's all I have with his game statistics. In terms of himself, he is a nose tackle in college, although he actually does play all around the line, as we'll see in the 2 games we're going to look at. He's 6'3", 288 pounds, that's 190 centimetres and 130 kilos if you're in Europe. In terms of the games we're about to see, the first one is Washington State at Washington, which was November 29th, 2019. It was a 31-13 win for Washington, and the final game we're going to look at is California at Washington. This was a bit earlier, 7th September 2019. It was a 20-19 win for Cal. So, we're kicking off with Washington, just a bit on Washington State's offense. They were led by, if I can pick up the right bloody thing, Anthony Gordon, who's not a name that I'm particularly familiar with. He dropped back 62 times in this game, so you're going to see Levi get plenty of chances pass rushing, which is interesting. He ended up with 48 of 62 for 308 yards and 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. So not a particularly good offensive performance, as you will see. Levi himself actually didn't end up with the best statistics in this game. He was 1 assisted tackle. That is it. So we are going to be having a look at his technique in the, is he affecting the play, even if he's not getting the stats on the board? Just to let you know about this Washington team, this is a team that had 2 draftees in the current draft. Elijah Molden, the safety, who ended up potentially going to be a slot corner in this year's draft. And they also had Joe Tryon, who was pick number 32, I think, for Tampa Bay this year in the first round of the draft. He ended up with slightly better statistics, 4 total tackles, 2.5 for a loss, and 2 sacks. So you'll see him pop up on tape in this game too. Right, without further ado, let's have a watch.
Well, as we saw with Aleem earlier, his first game, he had just 4 assisted tackles, but there was a hell of a lot to talk about, so...
Yeah. Okay. So this first play, as we can see, 3rd and 2 for Washington State on their own 40. Is going to be a swing pass left, which is completed. Levi's going to be on the nose. He's going to be double teamed, and the pass is away too quickly for him to make an impact on this first play. So lining up into the nose, quick drop back, throws to the left, nice 20-yard gain on that one. You can see that he tries to go to the left, but doesn't really have enough time to make any impact on that one, so it runs straight through. The next play is a bit of a mirror image, apart from it's going the other way. So quick drop back, swing pass right, which is complete. He's lined up at 1 tech here, as you can see, but again, although he tries to make pressure up the middle, it's too quick for him to make an impact. He does beat his man, but I think this is by design. I don't think they really care because they know where it's going.
Oh, yeah, for me, you don't really see much good stuff when you put him at nose tackle. I mean, we were looking at a proper nose tackle there, but I mean, he's what, 30, what do you say, he's 288? So that's 32 pounds lighter than Ilya McNeil, and you can see it there. It's just that extra strength isn't there to be able to bully a centre and a guard out the way.
You'll see he does get wins, though. He will get wins.
He does on occasion, but he gets a lot more success when he's out at the 3 and the 5. But, you know, we'll roll the tape on and we'll see.
Yeah, so this one, 1st and 10 at their own, the Washington 42. And this is going to be a drop back with a short pass left, which is complete. Levi's at the nose. It's going to be double teamed by the centre and right guard. He tries to pull down the centre with a little bit of success, but again, it's pretty difficult for him to make an impact here. So manages to push up it a little bit, but just not enough to quite do it.
But you see how easy he's moved there. It's quite... It doesn't take too much to just take him out the play there.
Yeah, he is managed. Right. 1st and 10 at the... Ooh. I think I might have missed a play out here. I think this might actually be this similar play. Yeah.
So he's doubled there. And I mean...
Short pass out to the left.
He does get separation, but... I mean, look, he's not getting anywhere near the quarterback.
No. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 at Washington's 25. At their own 25, so the last series is now finished. So the drop back with a short pass to the middle, which is complete. We've got Levi again at nose tackle. He's double teamed by the centre and the right guard, but watch for him keep working his legs, and he gets his arm up. We're inside the throwing lane, which prevents a quick pass, does delay the quarterback a little bit. So let's watch that. That's complete, but his legs keep working here. Watch them pump and keep his eyes on the quarterback and get his arm up. Just makes the quarterback think about it just for a minute.
He does a little bit better there, yeah.
Yeah, so 2nd and 4, straight after that play, we've got a quarterback dropping back, throwing mid-middle, but it's overthrown, falls incomplete. Levi's going to be at the nose tackle. He's again double teamed by the centre and right guard. He managed to swim past the centre, but the pass is away before he can get to the quarterback. You can see he's starting to warm up into the game now.
Yeah. I mean, just go back to the start again. Of this view. Is it me, or is he lining up at the 1 there? He's not right on the nose, is he? Or am I seeing things? I could be seeing things. But it looks like he's lined up a little towards the 1 there. Which just gives him that extra little bit of room.
Yeah, you're right. He is at the 1.
So he's not... So see, this is in the gaps where he's dangerous. He's not directly across, because when he gets a running start into that centre, it's really hard to push him out the way. But because he's in the gap there, he manages to get a little bit of room. And this is his disruptor technique, which he's so good with. As soon as he hits those gaps, he's so hard to keep out. And that's when O-line starts struggling with him.
Sorry.
No, carry on.
I was about to say, throughout these 2 games, you'll mainly see him lined up at the nose. But you will see him at 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7 tech positions. So there's a lot of variety there. I think you're right. I think he does get more success when he is in the gaps, as opposed to right over an offensive plan.
Yeah, because I think when we first started studying him, we looked at the 2019 and 2020 films, and obviously 2020 is 3 and 5 a lot more. And you see, but I mean, time at the nose probably helps. It
Yes.
probably helped build his strength. Because I mean, who else was it? It was. I feel like there's another player who was played out of position. Was it Barnes? Barnes?
Barnes was playing at the Leo a lot in the. He was playing at
Yeah,
Leo.
but yeah, it was his. Oh Christ, who are we on now? Amon Ra, Melly. Yeah, I think it was Barnes. He was played out of position, but you saw the transferable skills he brought over. He played on the edge, didn't he? And he
Yeah,
kept
yeah, yeah.
running
He
into
played
that
at Leo
tackle all
and
the
Rio.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they moved him outside, and you could see the techniques he picked up doing that. So, I mean, I guess it can work in a way, but yeah, you see here, he's lining up 3 here. He's lining up 3 tech, isn't he?
Yeah, 3 tech. What up, Doe, to C. Gerald, Antonio Jenkins, One Funky Lions fan. Thank you all for joining us for this. Yeah, you're right. He's at the 3 tech here. So this is 3rd and 4. So obvious passing situation. Quarterback's going to drop back, throws short over the middle. It's complete, I think, for a first down. He's double teamed again by the centre and right guard, but gets off the block and round the left guard before the pass is away.
God, look how quick he closes down there. Because, I mean, he's a big distance away at this point. And he's got to go round those 3 guys, and yet he only just misses the pass.
So you can see on the releases here, I've kind of stopped it at a good point, but the right tackle is the only one of the offensive line who's actually managed to get a step in here, while Levi is on his way already.
Yeah.
This is something which pops up on tape. The number 8 on the defensive line is already away too, but Levi's very, very fast. It's amazing to me how often actually Levi does this. He's going to get double teamed on this right-hand side of the line by the centre and the right guard, but he actually ends up going around the left guard.
Yeah, do you also notice, look at the centre's head. He's not looking at 8. He's gone straight for Levi. So they're obviously recognising him as a threat there.
Absolutely.
I mean, even though they've shackled him well early, but look, it's, 65 on 9, 74 on 8, and then it's the double team on Levi. So I think it's similar to what happened with Aleem. He just got double teamed all the time, but...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I guess the running back has an assignment of taking whichever of 8 or 9 wins their one-on-ones, if that happens.
But this is the one thing that Levi has that Aleem doesn't, and that's that speed. Look how quick he gets round. It's mad. He just goes in that little crescent round, and he just bends so quickly.
He does bend very, very nicely. I actually think he might be an effective defender off the edge as he progresses into his career. I just think he has that ability. He'd be a bit big for it, but I think if he wanted to slim down just a little bit, I think he'd be very effective.
I mean, to be fair, we said if we're playing 3, we'd play them both. Play Aleem at nose and play Levi at 5 with Brockers.
Yeah,
that is where he's most effective.
I agree. Right. So 1st and 10 on their own 38. It's a quarterback dropping back, throwing short over the middle. It's a right-left crossing route. It's complete. You've got Levi at the 1 tech here. The centre's going to block him, and he comes off that but goes straight into the right guard's block. He keeps working, but again, he's not quite getting there just yet.
Look at that. No pressure, no blitz, no nothing. I mean, you saw this earlier with North Carolina State. They didn't blitz to help the defensive line, but the thing is, McNeil has the frame to actually do some damage without support. But, I mean, you're leaving Levi there against a full offensive line. That's not a fair fight, that.
No. Right. This one, 2nd and 7 on their own 41. Quarterback drops back, scrambles to the right, and completes a cross left to right. So one of the wide receivers on the left-hand side is going to come over and help him. Levi's again at the 1 tech. Here we go. Sorry, I was describing the previous play when I said this one. Right, 1 tech, centre blocks. He comes off that and then goes into the right guard block. He keeps working. Pushes the pocket. One of the reasons why the quarterback bails out to the right.
Let's have a look. In he goes. I like his hand usage there. His hands are really good. Can you play that back again? want to have a little gander.
Let's have a look. Oh. Let's have a look at the hands.
See, hand out, first thing, just gets his, you see there, gets his hand on the guard, he's got the other arm tangle, he just seems to eke his way through.
It is one of the things that you see consistently on tape is that he is good at that. In these two games especially.
And that's where his disruptor thing comes in. When you get him alone with a tackle on the outside or a guard, it's really hard to deal with him. When they ain't got the added protection out there, that's where they really start to struggle with him.
Yeah. Okay, where are we? We are at 3rd and 4 on their own 44. Quick throw here. Hardly a drop back at all. Short to the left for a first down. Levi's over the nose here, over the centre, and throws the centre down, but the pass is too quick for him to actually impact the play. So it's really impressive, actually, that this can happen, but the centre doesn't care. Just throws him over.
Yeah, and that right guard comes in and takes out the Russian linebacker. The blitzing linebacker, using the terms. Yeah. There's a gap, but again, he's been dominated by the centre, so he's not setting the script there. That's the offensive lines to keep going. So we're in red zone defense now.
Red zone defense, 3rd and 3 on the 4. So they can get a first down, but more than likely this will be the final play before the series finishes. Quarterback drops back, scrambles right, and panics and throws the ball into the floor. You've got Levi over the nose. The centre blocks him, but he comes off it and he gets in the quarterback's face in the throwing lane, which kind of is one of the things that makes him panic. So let's watch that.
He runs into his own guy.
So you can see the centre effectively blocks him, but then he's got his eyes where the quarterback is, and it's not good quarterbacking, I'm not going to lie.
No.
All right. This is totally the opposite situation. This is 3rd and 27 on their own 3. Quarterback drops back, throw over the middle is short and incomplete. Levi's, I think, at 2 technique here. Beats the right guard and is either dragged to the ground or he loses his balance. I think that this is a penalty in the end zone and should be a safety, but it's not given.
Oh, that's a bit naughty, that is.
It certainly looks like a foul to me.
We'll be able to see it better from the back.
What do you reckon?
I think that's very naughty. He gets leverage on him, he gets past him, and then he's unceremoniously brought down.
So this is where he doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but this is a clear win. He swims him to the right. He's only single... it's not in double... I'm losing my words, I'm sorry. But yeah, he's not doubled. He's only singled, and he swims right to beat his man.
Well, if we're judging him... Look, there he goes. He's got his feet around him. He's clearly beaten him. Oh, he's tripped by the centre, is it?
That's it, yeah. I was just about to say, I've just seen it.
He's tripped by the centre, but that hold is still pretty... Yeah.